Here. I'm coming, Mr. Rastelli.
I've been keeping him company.
Have you been eating?
I've been asking him all about the beef Wellingtons.
Oh, I'm surprised. Well, if I were you, I would have been eating. This is Ray Rastelli, our own personal butcher at QVC with, what is it, 47, 48 years?
48 years.
48 years
48,
experience.
yes.
And he brings us one of his specialty items. These are the beef Wellingtons. They are packed with Filet Mignon, the king of all steaks, a beautiful duck sail, which is red wine, mushrooms, shallots, all that deliciousness, and then puff pastry. And these bake from frozen?
From frozen, David. We only do these a couple times a year because I will tell you, when I go back to the butcher shop and I say, okay, it's time to make our beef Wellingtons for QVC, because we only do them for QVC.
Right.
They kind of look at me cross-eyed, David, because the amount of work that goes into putting these together is really something that's special. And you can see the filet mignon. We all know about Rastelli's filet mignon, right? And it's center cut. But here's where all the work goes. All the work goes into that duck-cell sauce that you're working on right there, David.
Yo, it looks
right?
beautiful. It smells even better.
Portobello, mushrooms, shallots, rosemary, thyme.
Red wine.
Red wine. And of course, it's reduced down. And you can see we take each of these filet mignons, and David, we hug it with that portobello duck cell.
Hug it.
Right.
They hug it, and then they wrap it in puff pastry.
That's it.
And then they come individually packaged like this. And you take it from rock hard frozen.
Right from frozen.
Put it on a sheet pan with some parchment paper.
Exactly.
How high an oven?
So your oven, and you're going to get the card right with it. It's really simple. 415 degrees.
415.
When you're at 415, you put these in the oven for 30 minutes. Temp them. When you get to 110, you've got the perfect medium. If you want it to be a little more well done, leave it in 5 more minutes. When you pull them out, just let them rest for about 10 minutes, but I'll give you a little tip because these are really big. So if you want to cut these in half because you want to share these, use a serrated knife because that puff pastry is really, really soft. There's so many layers of it that you want it to stay intact when you cut it.
Let me also tell you, you may want to lift these off the sheet pan with a big spatula.
That's exactly right.
Because that way everything stays together. Now you're going to either order 4 or 8 of these. Now these will ship with a credit card order in time for Easter. Easter is April 9th this year, okay? Now, if you want just the 4 count, I have fewer than 1,900. If you want the 8 count, only 1,000. And if you want to stock up and save, how much does the stock up and save, Sean? $39.90. I'm going to tell you what is the absolute and unvarnished story about these. I have been with QVC, as I've mentioned, 900 years. I have tasted every food item that we have ever put on the air. This is one of the best food items we've ever offered. Mr. Rastelli doesn't do this often. His staff rolls their eyes and groans a bit when they have to make them because they're not easy.
Yeah.
This is something that if you were to make it at home would be a tough thing to try to do.
It is very tough.
That's why you want to order Mr. Rastelli's beef Wellingtons. And Racina, you've got one over there. You want to taste yours?
I do. Well, I already did. I couldn't
My
wait.
girl.
But you know what? This is the thing. I cannot believe how incredible this is. I love portobello mushrooms. That
I'm coming
wine,
over to you. I've got a fork too.
You can totally, you can smell the red wine and taste it.
And the
But
mushrooms,
it is
shallot.
such, and the filet mignon.
Okay.
It is a beautiful taste. It is a beautiful flavor. It's a beautiful combination. More importantly to me, I went to go talk to the chefs in the back
Yeah.
today, and I was like, talk to me about, what makes something Wellington so special. And they said it is the most technical and something so difficult to make
Yes.
that you wouldn't even want to try to make it at home. God bless if you
Well,
do,
I mean,
right?
and the ingredients are expensive.
Very expensive.
If you mess
even the
this
puff
up-
pastry is expensive,
I mean, you're still going to eat it, but it's going to be tough.
and it's crispy.
This is lovely. This is just take it from frozen to out of the package, put it on a sheet pan, and you're ready to roll. Enjoy, my darling.
Thank you very much.
All for you,
Thanks,
Mr.
Ray.
Rastelli. This is
Thank you.
amazing because so many people avoid doing this because it's just too difficult to try.
It is. And David, most restaurants now avoid doing this because it's so difficult to do and it takes so much time to do. And you can see how long it takes to reduce those portobello
And
mushrooms
they
to a
reduce
point.
it down, and the
Yes.
wine reduces it down. This gets thicker.
And that smell is what and when you cover that beautiful filet mignon, you can see here, this is a beautiful center cut filet mignon. And what I did is I put some of the duxelle around the bottom of it so you can see how much duxelle is there. And then of course, once we finish, we then take that and we bring these up top like this. And this is the finished product here. We tie it
And they
into
do
a
kind
bow.
of a little
bow
fanciness
right at
to
the
it
top.
that I could never
Yes.
achieve. And this is, come up here because, and we'll try to shoot this one that's finished and baked, because this is what it looks like when it's done. It's a work of art.
It is a work of art. And again, each one, so here's how simple it is, right? We know how much time it takes that most restaurants now won't make this, but if you could find it, it would be pretty crazy.
And they would charge you a pretty penny for it.
Pretty much, yes. So it is really that special occasion. You know, whether it's Easter and you want to put this out, or I will tell you for Mother's Day, this is typically what we use for Mother's Day. You know why? Because I don't want Mom doing any of the work in the kitchen, but I want something really special. So she'll think I've done a whole lot of work. And David,
Look what
all
we
I've
did
done
here.
is, just how beautiful is
Look at all the
that?
different ways you could serve
Yes.
this. I mean, serve it with a little whipped cauliflower mash. Nice. This has tempura battered shrimp, I think. And then there's, is this rutabaga?
That's rutabaga, and we got some
Rutabaga
sweet
and
potatoes.
And
Yep.
sweet potatoes, and then make it at the center of a salad.
That's a
And-
pretty nice salad.
And I know
there.
you love to go to the butcher board. You want to go over here?
I do, you know, and I think
Because
it's
while you do that, I'm going to cut another piece.
So important when you think about where we start. We start with filet mignon. This is the very, very finest steak you're ever going to eat. It's very, very soft, very, very full of flavor. That's why we use it for the Wellingtons, because the filet mignon is very porous. Now, we do not cut the tail. We take just the center cut steaks and we cut them in the steaks, and that's what we wrap in the duxelle. Now, because the filet mignon is incredibly tender, we've aged these for 28 days, but because they're so porous, they take that duxelle sauce and it actually melts all the way through that tenderloin. So when you actually eat that filet mignon, you're getting that beautiful texture and buttery flavor from the filet mignon, but the infusion of the portobello duxelle from the garlic, the rosemary, the thyme, the shallots, it's just a party in your mouth, and it's made it really easy.
And if you order this with a credit card, it will arrive before Easter. Guaranteed to arrive before Easter. Now, if you want the 4 count, I only have 1,700. If you want the 8 count, $850 to go around. Mr. Rastelli is cutting 1 in half that has been resting dutifully and is ready to go. This is delightful. It's tender, it's beautiful, and I love that you say you hug it with a little duxelle sauce.
We do, and you can see
A lot of duxelle
the
sauce?
duxelle all around that filet mignon.
Oh, look at that.
Look at how beautiful
Look
that is.
at that. Mamas and daddies, boys and girls, I want everybody to just stop what you're doing and look at the TV. I know you're in the other room. We'll wait. Come on in. Come on in. Look at the TV. I'm going to stop talking. If I stop talking, then I think something's wrong. Okay, now come inside and look at the TV. Because what happened is all these people came running into their TV and they're like, what? Let's show a close-up of that again. Show a close-up of the beef Wellingtons. How you doing? Okay, that's for dinner. And that cooked from frozen.
Right from
You
frozen.
didn't thaw that. You didn't
Nothing.
buy puff pastry. You didn't go out and buy filet and try to make your own reduced duxelle sauce. You let the Rastelli company do all the work, and all you did was bake it up. Mr. Rastelli, that's beautiful work.
Well, thank you, and we're very, very proud of it. You know, and our guests have loved this. It really becomes a tradition around some special occasions. Again, whether it's Easter or Mother's Day, Father's Day, but we wanted to make it easy and take all the work that we put into it. You just take it out of the package from frozen into your oven at 415 degrees, and you have the most incredible beef Wellington on your table.
It is beautiful. Mr. Rastelli, it is always a pleasure, sir.
Great to see you,
nice
David.
to have
Thank
you
you.
back with us. If you want just the 4 count, 1,700 remain. If you want the 8 count, only 800 remain. And Racina's going to remind you of something else that's coming up in the show tonight, or this afternoon, it feels like tonight.